welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. But top story that we are tracking is the explosion in Bengaluru's Rameshwaram Cafe, where 4 people have been seriously injured. Now, this cafe is located in Whitefield area of Bengaluru, but this explosion happened this afternoon. The exact cause of the explosion is yet to be ascertained. The police, they have not ruled out any angle, and a bomb squad, forensic teams and the NIA team are at the cafe at the moment. Like I said, 4 people have been seriously injured, including three staff members of the Rameshwaram Cafe. Joining us live to give us more details is Pratibha. Pratibha, what is the latest from there? What are you getting out of? What are the latest information that you're getting out of this story?
Well, in fact, what we hear is that the police has been looking at what exactly caused the explosion. They have for now ruled out the cylinder blast, yes, but then most of them, including the top officials like the Commissioner of Police as well as the DGP, have arrived here to gather all of the evidences and piece them together. The FSL team, the NIA as well as the bomb disposal squad is also here to gather all the evidences. In fact, I have with me 2 eyewitnesses. In fact, Mr. Shabrish is the one who went in first to actually pick up most of the injured and help them out with helping them reach the Brookfield Hospital nearby. So if you can narrate to us what exactly happened and at what time.
Madam, around 1 o'clock, 5 minutes or 10 minutes around, we heard a huge blast coming out in this locality, which was very huge. So we all got panicked and we just searched for where it has been, the incident has happened. So once we reached near this locality, we have found that there was a cylinder blast in the Rameshwaram Cafe. So once we reached, along with our team and friends, we reached with the localites, we reached the Rameshwaram Cafe. We saw that it was a blast happened, but exactly it was not a cylinder blast. So if it was a cylinder blast, we could have seen some fire and burnt the stuffs and all. So we did not find that. So we thought that some incident has happened. So which was also narrated by the fire extinguisher team also. So they told that it is not a cylinder blast. Maybe something else has happened in this locality. So once we reached the place, around 5 to 6 members were injured. So especially there was a major thing was the ladies and women. And one lady was severely injured. Her name was Swarnamba Narayanappa. She was a tech employee with the microchip company. So we helped them to rush them to the nearest hospital. So with the help of the police and localites. So along with the auto drivers and all, we helped them to reach the hospital. But the only thing is that as we see, it is totally a main security breach of this Rameshwaram Cafe. Why? Because they say that this is the #1 cafe, around 3,000 to 4,000 footfall is there per day. In every day there is a 3,000 to 4,000 footfall. So it is a major responsibility of the Rameshwaram Cafe to take the security concern of the customers who reach over to eat and dine, whatever it may be. So we don't see any security items installed like fire extinguisher or security people.
It also comes to the injured. In fact, 3 of them are the staff of the restaurant. I'll come back to you, sir. In fact, like he mentioned, this is also the IT belt of Bengaluru, and I have with me a techie who's been residing here for quite a few years.
5 years.
Right. In fact, what did you see at that point of time?
See, around 1 o'clock we heard a very huge sound. We rushed here and immediately we found here the people are panic and people are like completely panicked and it's a completely full of smoke area, and we found that it's a kind of blast was happened, but people are saying that it is a cylinder blast, but the visuals if you see, it is not looking like a cylinder blast at all, and it is looking like a kind of electric shock or something else it would be happen. And if you see, there is a bomb disposal squad has been coming here and they're doing some detectives and all, maybe something else could be happen. But the only main thing which we want to tell you is I will agree that issues can be happen, but at the same time the management should have the basic security measures that will be taken immediately when something happened to the customers, because the lots now, since you know this Rameshwaram Cave is a very well known popular cave in the all over this Whitefield and some around 300-400 meters long, and if you see lots of people are coming here till for late night till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock also. We always seeing the parking issues of the Rameshwaram Cafe. Apart from that, when such incidents will happen, at least people they should have the basic necessary security measures taken, a kind of first aid kits or something else.
In fact, lessons need to be learnt as far as the hotel industry is also concerned, because this is not the first time that we see a blast happening in front of a hotel. This time it is the Rameshwaram Cafe. The last time it was outside the Coconut Grove Hotel on Church Street in Bengaluru. So how do you see this as far as the security of hotel staff is concerned?
Madam, it is not the hotel staff security. We think as a public security, madam. Why? Because the thing is that we need to have a basic ethics in earning. So if we are doing business, we need to give at least 1 or 2% to the customers who come over here and make us the business to run. So there is 1% also if they would have insisted on the security items. So this would have not been happened, because if a small security like metal detectors have been installed, whoever may be the incident, may be the culprit who think of doing the incident, they would have think if I go there is a metal detector, I might have got caught. So if that was there, so this incident would have not been happened. So I really want to say that Rameshwar Cafe is the major culprit in this, because they have not installed any security measures and they have not taken any.
In fact, all of us have been visiting Rameshwaram Cafe. I come from North Bengaluru. There is also a Rameshwaram Cafe in that stretch, and you always see a lot of footfall there. Yes. And I kept wondering why there are so many people over there and there are no metal detectors and no kind of security measures that are in place. Now we have different people, the police officials as well as the MLA of this particular constituency who has come in here. Do you feel that there is some amount of neglect from their end as well?
Absolutely, I agree with this statement, madam, because it is a purely negligence of the management itself only. Because as I said earlier, there is no security measures has been taken. Since the management already know lots of customers are coming here, having the food here, they should have been keep that kind of setup to where these things cannot be happen. If something kind of bomb or something, they should have that previously should be known, since the place is well known to all the people who are surrounding here, so they should have been taken these measures around.
Is there some sort of a fear, because you told me that you've been frequenting this restaurant quite some time, so the next time you set your foot here, I'm sure there is going to be a lot of unforgettable memories playing.
Ma'am, absolutely, next time we do not keep the food here, because there is such kind of question will not be existing at all, because if we understood by this incident the negligence of the management, then who will wants to come here and eat here again? So no one will wants to come here and eat again, because the management negligence.
In fact, as far as this area is concerned, this is also the IT belt of Bengaluru, and I have with me our executive editor, Mr. Veer Raghav. This is absolutely one of the most safe areas, because you talk about the IT parks, you talk about the IT professionals who are here for an incident like this to happen. How do you see this?
Well, look, I think one part of it, Pratibha, is about the fact that there is a resonance both in terms of name of the place as well as this, but I think we need to get our facts right at the moment. The Home Minister has said that, pretty much it's clear that this was a planned explosion. This is not an accident, it was an incident. Who did it? What the procedures were, whether it was an IED, what it was a low intensity blast. So this was an attack at some form. Question of who it is, what it is, that needs to be ascertained. And I think, the place has a huge resonance amongst those in Whitefield. Remember, it was started in 2021. In fact, I have several friends, even those from Whitefield Rising, who had messaged me as soon as this happened that, look, we were there yesterday, some of us was there today. So it has a huge resonance here. So it is a worrying thing, but we need to wait for the facts to come out. I think at the moment we need to report categorically that this was a sort of a planned explosion. It was not some kind of an accident from what we are picking up at the moment, because initially we were thinking that it could have been a LPG blast or whatever else. But the telltale signs are very clear. Usually when a blast happens, there is categorical clarity on what kind of event it is for those who are investigating it. So they were very clear, as we've been reporting from around 2:30, fire service sources saying clearly that this was not a cylinder explosion. It didn't look like an electrical fire. So this was a planned explosion. Now who, why? Obviously, those investigations need to take place. Remember, this is not new for Karnataka. You remember what happened at Church Street in 2014, at the BJP office in 2013 at Malleshwaram, and then you had the incident in Bengaluru. There have been modules that have been busted here, one has spoken about. So we'll have to wait for those further clarity from the police. But for the moment, yes, it's a serious issue, and one needs to address it at that level in terms of...
In fact, there seems to be another question that is also coming from the anchor here, yes.
Veera mentioned about the previous incidents that have happened in Bengaluru, and as we can see, there is a lot of police presence. The bomb squad is there, the forensic team is there, the NIA team is there. So the police is not ruling out anything at this point. And Veera, as he mentioned, that he has information regarding this, regarding how the Home Minister has basically mentioned that there might be some miscreants who have caused this.
Well, in fact, yes, what we see is that the DGP as well as the Commissioner of Bengaluru arrived here, including the bomb disposal squad as well as the FSL team, all of them trying to measure the distance from exactly where it happened. In fact, some of the eyewitnesses did also tell us that it did not really happen inside the kitchen, but it was adjacent to the kitchen where it actually took place. And most of them are measuring the distance mainly to gauge the intensity of this explosion. Veera,
yeah, you can see those people out there. I believe the Commissioner was here. He's left as well right now. We've reported the Home Minister's statement, which is, I think, pretty much telling about 9 people being injured. There, if you can see that inside, look, that's the people still gathered on that side. We'll have to wait and see how it played out, what happened in terms of details. Those will come out from here, Pratibha. Yes.
In fact, some of the eyewitnesses did also mention that there was no fire, but then the moment they went inside, there was a huge black smoke that emanated from inside. And there were also some of the glass pieces that were really found on the right-hand side. That could be perhaps because of the intensity of the explosion. But these are mere details that we are picking up from the eyewitnesses. More will emerge once the police officials come out with further details. In fact, a last word from you, Veera.
Yeah, Pratibha, I think it's very important not to question the management or any of those things at the moment, or in terms of security features at the moment. At the moment, I think we just need to stick to facts in terms of what's happened. I know that there will be a lot of comments that come out. I think we need to stick to it. We don't know if it is an IED explosion, what kind of an explosion, but we do get clear indications that it seems to be like a planned one, a low-intensity explosion. So we'll have to wait and see how the details emerge as we play out. For the moment, of course, there is a concern, and obviously everyone in this area who's attached to this joint, very famous in this area, opens at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's a queue out here when you have to get in here for those who've come in. That's what my friends are saying. So they're all a little shaken by what's happened here.
In fact, I've personally stood in one of those queues as far as Rameshwaram Cafe is concerned. But yes, the next time that you would step into it, it will definitely leave a lasting impact in the minds of different people here.